This is a 1997 JVC Micro Hi-Fi Ultra Compact Component System FS-2000, still in a beautiful shape, and it's got the motor-driven CD door, and this door is causing problem. When you work on the belt replacement, you'll need some tools. First of all, you need the replacement belt. I used an O-ring, and this is the perfect fit, number 39, and I'll talk about it a little later. You need a Phillips screwdriver, and this is Phillips head number 2. That's what you need for all the screws that need to be taken out. You do need a flashlight because you will have to look inside, so this is very handy. And some kind of a long nose pliers or needle pliers or little tweezers. I've got the surgical tweezers that are very handy to remove the old belt and also to put a new one. And I used a hook, little claw hook like this one from Menards. Very handy little tool, but you can use it in any set. If you don't have any of these, you may use a longer, small size screwdriver. It will work just as well. And also use a piece of cloth, a towel, blanket, piece of something that when you put it on the side, you don't have to worry about scratching the paint on this or the plastics. I checked service manuals for FS-2000 and also FS-1000, 5000, 6000 and 7000, and they all use the same CD door opening mechanism, and the same belt is the same part number, and this little O-ring fits the purpose. Let's power it up. Okay, starts with CD, tries to read it, says no disk, and then when I hit the button to open, it raises it only a little bit. If I help it with my finger, it opens all the way. Now the CD is open. Let's just put a CD. It closes, it begins to spin, and it reads it immediately. So there's no other problem at all. It opens a little bit. If you help it, it opens all the way. Okay, so let's see what the problem is. I'm going to unscrew the cover and we'll see how the door is driven, whether it's belt or gears or how that thing works. So now with the lid open, I can see that the gear is only on the right hand side, which means that I will remove this cover. Now when you look at this side, you can see that this has to slide backwards. You can see those latches here and there. It has to slide backwards, which means that I will have to remove the back, this back plastic part, to be able to slide it off. Now in the bottom, these are the 2 screws to be removed in the feet. One here, one in the back. So you have to remove 6 screws in the back, and they are this type with a coarse thread. Oh, let's see. And they're all the same length. Now the two screws in the bottom under the feet, they're a little bit different. So you watch for that. And you also have to take the screw in the front under the foot, 1 foot in the front, and then we are going to remove the back and remove the side. So the back comes off easily. After you remove the 6 screws in the back, there is a dead spider inside. That's kind of a given. And you have to remove the 2 bottom screws. So altogether it's 8 screws that's holding that. Just make sure that you put the same screws in the same place. 6 are the same, and then 2 are a little bit different, the ones that go in the bottom. Now as you remove it, you see there is another screw right here, so you have to take that out. The side should come off and expose the belt or whatever other mechanism. Now to be able to slide off this side, you have to slightly lower the door. If you don't lower it, then it's going to block it from coming off. Now when you lower it, you can actually keep it closed, but I wanted to have the full access and a view, and now it just comes off very easily. and we have access to the mechanisms, and we see a little bit of that, lots of dust, but I'm going to clean it up, and we see the gear that's opening the door, so I'm going to look inside. Now in the back we have 23 years of dust, but you can see the belt, which is right back in the behind the heatsink. I'm going to light a flashlight, but you can see where the belt is hiding. And using either tweezers or long needle nose pliers, some hooks, you can easily access that belt. So I'm going to do it right now. Remove that belt from the two pulleys. Now this is the belt. Easiest way is to get an O-ring, and I found that there's an O-ring that's just a little bit smaller in diameter than this old belt, and this O-ring is number 39 by Danco Company, and this is 1 7/16 of an inch outside diameter and 1 5/16 inside diameter, and this fits perfect. It cost only 79 cents at the local hardware store. I found that the easy way to put the new O-ring back is to raise the door, so that way the large pulley is exposed, and all you do is just put it on the side so the door doesn't close. You just put it with the tweezers. Now you can see that the new belt, the O-ring, is on the pulley, and what I'm going to do is very gently using my hook, put it on the bottom pulley, and just like that. So it's very, very simple job. And now when I turn it by finger, I should see, here you go, I see it working. Now I plugged in the cord, and as soon as I turn on the power, let's just see if I can turn the power right here, the door closes. This is the final test, and I connected a couple of speakers just to show the sound. Unfortunately, I don't have the original speakers. Everything is put together, and I'm going to use music that is not copyrighted by Vendretti, and there's no copyrights, no restrictions, so let's see what it sounds like. I connected different speakers to the little JVC, and these are little satellites by Denon, and they sound surprisingly well. So let me just turn it on, and we'll see if we can get some music out of them. And this is not copyrighted, the same music as before. Let me go to number 4. I think this was a nice musical piece with different kinds of instruments and nice vocals. These are little Yamaha speakers, and let's just try it out. And we'll go to the same song, number 4. So this is it. It's working very well. And I'll get a remote, maybe universal remote, and this will be in use.